Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, and I guess I'll be doing this a little bit on a wing because I can't find the clip to my camera for my tripod and my camera charger is lost, so that's awesome. Anyways, I'm filming on a windowsill and I'm gonna do this really quick before the sun's gone. Yeah. So today we're doing a video all about Aphrodite and kind of my dedication ritual to her. I won't be doing the actual ritual on camera in full in front of you guys, but this is just kind of like me acting out the steps of what I'll be doing, and hopefully it'll give you guys a little bit of an idea of what you guys can do if you've never worked with a god or a goddess before and you want to invite yourself into their workings and take them as your god or goddess and become their son or their daughter. So it's super exciting, and this is kind of what I came up with. So I'll be going over a little bit of the correspondences for Aphrodite and some of the things like her stones that are really good to work with, some of her colors, and some of her sacred tools. So some of the very sacred items to her are her belt, as well as her looking glass or her mirror. The rose is really important to her, as well as a sacred animal of hers is, I believe, the turtle, and I believe a bumblebee is another big thing, which is super crazy because I have a story about me getting excited from the bumblebee from her, and I could probably do that video later. I digress. Anyways, seashells are a really big thing. Of course, water. She's an elemental goddess of water. And some of the colors that correlate with her are as follows. So pink is really good for affection, sweetness, being composed and compassion. So dedication, innocence, romance, and tenderness all correlate with this, as well as the feeling of subtleness and youth vitality. Red, I correlate with her with adventure and courage and passion, excitement and magnetism, heat, passion, and of course sex. Stimulation and strength are all things that correlate with red. Now white, a lot of people don't correlate white with Aphrodite, but when you think about it, she is a lunar goddess and she is a goddess of any right. So white is very pure and is celestial, and of course Aphrodite is very celestial and pure. She's pure of heart and she's pure of intention. So I correlate white with her. It's very airy, bridal and pure. I correlate silence with that, simplicity, virginality. She's not all just about sex, it's love of all kinds, for yourself and for others. Yellow is another color that's really associated with her, especially in my workings. So yellow I correlate with awareness and enlightenment, being aware in your friendships and your relationships and in yourself. Hospitality, of course, and illumination, invocation, nourishment, and of course the solar. So in a lot of my research, I was really surprised when I came across the fact that in a lot of her early stories she was actually a solar goddess before she was correlated with the moon, and I thought that was super exciting, and I actually work with her in both instances. So if I'm looking for something that needs more passion, more vigor, more heat, more je ne sais quoi, you may say, I would work with her in the instance of her solar deity. And if I'm looking for more of the internal, the more shadow work side, and I'm working as well along with the moon phases, I would work with her in her lunar phase. All kind of correlates with what stories resonate with you in her myths and her legends. For me, her being born from sea foam is what I really resonate with. So for me, she is the goddess of water. So for me, green, or sea foam green especially, blues, sky blues and sea foam blues, they all correlate with her. And all these colors, I correlate them with calmness and coolness and stillness, quiet with the feeling of being soothed. Especially sky blue and baby blue, I correlate with consistency and coolness and dreams, faithfulness and the heavens, infinity and openness, and peace, and of course tranquility, and tenderness, truth, and of course water. Now another color that's really cool that I never really directly associated with Aphrodite was coral. And of course coral, because she's a sea goddess, so she was born from the sea. Any color that comes from the sea should correlate with beautiful Aphrodite. So coral, I looked into it, and it is the color of abundance, and it's desire and flexibility. It's intimacy and life force. It's modesty and nurturing and welcoming and wholeness. Another color that a lot of people don't normally correlate with Aphrodite is the color black. And I don't see why not, because she is in fact a goddess. So black in itself is empowerment and it's strength, and it's correlated with magic, and it's also correlation with death. So not just death as in dying, but as going through a cycle in your life, a phase through your life, and cycling through that, and that dying and ending and transcending that cycle, and then going into a rebirth. And that's why I definitely like to work with her on her moon side, the moon goddess side of her, because I find she's very powerful, probably the most powerful that I've ever really dabbled with. And also, black also signifies sophistication and strength and prestige and power, all of which I feel like Aphrodite, she's the one. She's my girl. Now, a lot of offerings that you can offer her are things like chocolate. Chocolate is actually an aphrodisiac, and of course it was coined after Aphrodite and aphrodisiac. Wine is a really great one, as well as grapes. So grapes are an indication of fertility and money and abundance. Frankincense and myrrh are a huge incense that you can offer to her and burn for her, because it's said that her love, Adonis, was born from one of these plants. And you can offer her perfume, roses, honey for sweetness. And I actually read that back in the day they used to offer her triangular shaped sweet honey cakes. And I don't get to do this year, but I definitely want to do that next year. Maybe, you know what, I might even just do it on the next Friday before. Yeah, I will do it on the next Friday of the lunar phase. That's all the facts on Aphrodite that I could really find. She is the goddess of beauty and love, and she loves anything that is beautiful. So if you find it beautiful, like poetry, read her poetry, write her poetry, draw for her, write a song for her. She'd love that. And it's beautiful, like jewelry. Like I offered her a golden rose pin that I've always had in my jewelry box, but I never wore it because I'm not into pins, but it was too beautiful to throw. So I offered that to her, and my rose necklace with a little ruby that's embedded in it, I offered that to her. And you can offer really cool things. Like what I made with her is I created my very first pendulum, and I used it out of a seashell, and I took an old chain that I didn't have a necklace for anymore, and I strung up the chain, and I used some blue glitter that's biodegradable, of course, because we want to be environmental. And I made my very first pendulum, and I animated it, and it was really cool. And I also made a love oil in honor of her, and I use it exclusively just for her, as you'll see in the video. And you can make your own incense as well. But yeah, you just get creative with it. If you guys have any questions in any more further depths that I have not gone into with Aphrodite. Like maybe if you'd like, I could go over some of her stories and her legends and lore, which would be really cool. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video with my ritual, and please do be respectful because it is very personal. I am taking a big leap to show you guys, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are in the world, and I love you. I light the flame of Aphrodite's altar to burn bright with her presence, the passion of love, sexuality, pleasure, and light. As I light this red candle in honor of Goddess Aphrodite, I bring the fires of love and passion to her altar. I bring the fires of love and passion also to the candles of the sea, the realm that which bore Aphrodite, and gave to us she, our blessed goddess of love and beauty. Let the salt of the sea and the waters mix to form the baths of Aphrodite, to wash clean and purify all it touches. I wash and anoint this pendulum made in honor of my beloved Aphrodite. It is my wish that you, passionate, poetic, and beauty, Aphrodite, may delight in my gifts and devotion. Be here among me, Goddess, so that I may be among you. I offer to you this pendulum as a gift, so that in our workings together, you may clearly communicate with me your sacred knowledge and grace. With my love oil I created in honor of you, Aphrodite, I anoint this altar as a sacred space for me to commune with you, O glorious goddess of the sea. For my sea-born goddess I burned sweet incense I had made in honor of you. May its fragrance delight you. For my sweet goddess I pour sweet libation. May its taste and energy force please you. Dearest and most gentle Aphrodite, I ask of you to take me under your wing. I ask of you to take me as your daughter and show me the path of self-love and empowerment through my daily devotion to you. Flowers, I offer you the chrysanthemum flower and pink rose petals to delight you. I adorn your altar with shells from the sea and sweet sage to clear and purify. I offer you gold and beautiful jewelry so that you may feel loved as you truly. Pure and sacred Aphrodite, I offer to you these stones in honor of our workings together. I offer this clear quartz point to amplify our workings. I ask it to help me meditate with you and provide clarity when I need it. I offer you this piece of rose quartz to bring love to situations that need love, to bring calming and peacefulness, and help to understand my emotions when they need to be understood. I offer you this piece of green aventurine to help purify the heart and clear blockages of energy and negativity. I dedicate this piece of moonstone to our workings in hopes of success in love, good fortune in business, to promote inspiration and to protect us in our workings, to help stabilize emotions and aid in inner growth. As I bring my holy and sacred rite to a close, I give everlasting love, devotion, and thanks to Aphrodite. I hope that you may continue to walk with me through all of my days.